Hi everyone, this is Matt Becker with KeysMyaths.com, and today we're going to go through a premiere event in for Scars of Mirrodin, and so we're just going to go through the deck building right now. I'm not sure if we're going to take you through the actual all 7 rounds of this thing, but can give you a good idea of what I'm thinking about when I'm deck building and how to go about it. So in general, I mean, looks like a decent pool here. I mean, Horde Smelter Dragon's a pretty big bomb. Sorting by rarity is a good way to go about it at first, just to see what we're looking at here. Kemba's very good. Grand Architect's good in the right deck. So, you know, we can get started with that. Certainly some good cards in our uncommon list here too. So we're going to go ahead and sort by color again and get the full list for you here, because there's going to be a lot of artifacts down there. Okay. So taking a look at this, I just want to grab all the good cards from each color. Revoke Existence is obviously great. Ka Regent. Galma's Warden is actually very good as well. Not too thrilled with those other cards. In blue, Grand Architect, obviously. Invisimancer can be good in the right decks. Especially in sealed over draft, where you're going to need those guys who can just get through. Let's see, in black, Hand, in case we want to go the Infect route. Haven't been too impressed with the Infect at all, but it's certainly a strategy that is possible, so we can look at that. Black Cleave Goblin, not that thrilled about, but if we're going to go the Infect route, you might as well throw those in. Red, Horde Smelter Dragon, and Barrage Ogre are very, very good. Shatter's excellent. Blade Tribe Berserkers are actually better than advertised. The rest can take it or leave it. Faravor is good in the right deck, where you can get him unblockable or something like that, but in green, Bellowing Tangleworm, obviously good. Slice and Twain, excellent. Azorius Brigade, good in the right deck. Lifesmith is obviously pretty good in the right deck as well. Tangle Angler in any deck is pretty good. Not necessarily have to be the Infect deck for that. Wing Puncture Withstand deck, good. Sideboard cards, Untamed Might, good for the Infect deck. I don't think we have enough Infect cards, it really seems, except unless we have a bunch of artifacts, which I haven't really looked at yet. And looking through those, it doesn't look like we're going to have enough, except for Double Corpse Cur is always good. So we can investigate the Infect deck. Again, I've never been too thrilled with it, so we'll see if I go that route. So, you know, some good cards. Nothing, you know, that's game-ending. I'd really like to play the Horde Smelter Dragon if all possible. 2 Iron Mirror is a great way to get there as well. So let's take a look at the artifacts. Darksteel Sentinel, good. Not great, but good. Saberclaw Golem I've been more impressed with than not. Trigon of Infestation if we go the Infect route. So Strider Harness, not that great. Palladium Mirror, very good. Nurok Replica, good in blue. Necrogen Sensor, you know, they're good in Metalcraft decks if you need those, and Proliferate decks if you need those extra artifacts. Otherwise, they're just really okay. Nothing I'd want to play. You know, Lead and Mirror, the mirrors are always good. I like Sylvok Lightstaff a lot. I actually like a Quarter Shield quite a bit in sealed. Horizon Spellbomb's good in any green deck. Let's see, Nihil Spellbomb, not that great. Panic Spellbomb, okay in the red deck. Infiltration Lens. Contagion Clasp is obviously very, very good. Let's see, anything else I really want to play. Darksteel Mirror, you know, good sideboard card against the aggressive ground decks. Against most other decks, you're not going to really want it, so we're going to keep that out for now. Moriok Replica is good in black decks, so stick that in for now. Strider Harness, you know, we only have one card that really cares about equipment, and Kemba Ka Regent is good on its own, and we already have 2 pieces of equipment here, so I'm not really that excited about it, even if we do go white here. So we're going to leave that out for now. So taking a look at this pool as a whole, and Molder Beasts are actually pretty good as well. Revel, Defiance is pretty good. No, those aren't going to be main deckable. So, you know, looking at this, we have I've been very, very partial towards white. I'm not sure if the white is going to be good enough compared to our red and green in order to play it. Red and green seems good just in the fact that, we're not really reliant on poison at all. And I think even with double corpse cur in hand, we don't have a poison deck here. I think Black Cleave Goblin is too lightweight. You're paying 4 for a 2/1. Yeah, it has haste, but everybody's expecting it at this point if you are playing poison, and we don't have enough of the green poison creatures in order to make this work. So I think poison is out, and I think because poison is out, we could just say black is out of the picture, because our black plan really revolves around the poison. So we can get rid of corpse curs, we can get rid of this, and we could see what kind of deck we have otherwise. Moriok Replica is not really going to work in a non-black deck. Okay, so blue. Blue's the next one I want to look at, because blue's probably the next one we're going to take out here. Bonds of Quicksilver up in our sideboard can be pretty good. But again, it lacks the star power that green, white, and red have. So, and in sealed, and you're going to rely on synergies, you're going to rely on removal, and you're going to rely on the bombs. And this doesn't really have any of those. Grand Architect is good, but it's not great by any means. So, and it's not like we have a ton of blue creatures to pump up, even though it's really nice with the Nurok and Visimancers. So we're going to take blue out for now, and we're going to decide what we want between white, red, and green. So, white, red tends to be my fallback. I really like Double Slice and Twine, though. I really like, Billowing Tangleworm, although not the greatest card in the world, is good. So, it's going to be tough. Kemba Skyguard's pretty average. Glinthawk, yeah, it can get back Contagion Clasp. It can get back... we're not going to play Nurok Replica anymore. It can get back... we're probably not playing Trigon. Not sure what it's really getting back here that we're gonna really want here. Kemba Ka Regent is the reason I'd want to stay in white with 2 pieces of equipment. We could always have the Strider Harness, but I'm not so much a fan of that. Memnite's not going to be played here just because we don't have enough cards that really need it. So this is going to be a tough one. I think we do build the red-green deck and see what it looks like. Right now it's at 26 cards. With Azuri's Brigade, I'm going to want Metalcraft if possible, and Blade Tribe Berserkers. I'm definitely going to want Metalcraft if possible, so we're going to try and go that route. I'm not sure if any of these other cards I'm going to really want. So sorting by cost, lack of 3-drops. We're pretty heavy on this end, which I'm never a huge fan of. We have a lot of Mirror, which is good. We might even want to cut one of those. But, getting to our bomb is obviously key here, and they can always be sacked to Barrage Ogre for some fun times, especially with Molder Beasts out. Saberclaw Golem, seems like we have to have here because of the Metalcraft thing. But we are very, very heavy on the top end, so I'd like to take some of these out. Let's see, Darksteel Sentinel might be the first to go. Again, it's an artifact, so that's hard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And that's really what I'm comfortable with if we're at all relying on Metalcraft in this deck. So, it's interesting just because this end is so heavy. We could certainly rely on the Mirror to get us there, which is a possibility. Rely on the Mirror and get to our top end, and not really worry about the fact that we have 7 cards that are 6-drop or higher, and that really scares me. We have 17 creatures. I think Molder Beast can go. Let's see. Faravor can probably go. It's it's definitely good, but it's nothing that, you know, is gonna win us games, especially because we don't have equipment that gives any sort of evasion. So we're looking at one more here, and I kind of want it to come from this end. Smith is tempting. Tell Defiance is tempting, even though that's, you know, a cycling card that costs just just as much as Panic Spellbomb. So I mean, I'd rather have Defiance just because there are a lot of artifact things that I want to get protection from, and it's a nice trick. I have been quite surprised at how nice of a trick it's been. So certainly worried about double green here. Yeah. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Making sure I'm not missing anything here that I should be playing. Trigonum Infestation. You know, that might be a good sideboard card against poison, but nothing that I want to main deck. You know, tempting to look at white again, but green is so powerful as far as its removal is concerned. Double Slice and Twain is really, really nice. Azuria's Brigade, if we can get that active, is really nice as well. And with, I guess, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mirror, can we play 16 land even with this high of a curve? Possibly. You know, if you count it for half a land each, you count the guys for half a land each, you know, we're looking at about 18 land, which is what I want to play with this deck anyway. So, you know, I think that's probably the answer. Take a look at the stats here and see where we are as far as the green-white mix. Yeah, a lot more green, which is fine. So it's actually going to probably be 10-6 here because we do have 2 iron mirrors. And let's see what it suggests here. If it suggests, and it might even be 11-5. So 11-5 would give us, you know, Slice and Twain early. It would give us Brigade early if we can get enough guys out. And then, you know, we certainly have 2 Iron Mirror, 4 Horde Smelter Dragon. And then we have we have our Horizon Spellbomb to get another mountain. I think that's actually the correct answer here. It's 11-5 just because, you know, we're not worried about an early shatter. You know, it's nice, but all our other red cards are on this end of the curve, and you know, we start on this end of the curve with double green. So I think 5 and 11 is correct here. I think we have enough artifacts. Our early game is suffering a little bit, just because, you know, we don't have that much until we get into this range, which is also a reason to play 17 land. It's iffy, but I'm not sure that it's worth getting flooded every game over either, just because we have so much mirror that we're working with here. I mean, is this a top 8 deck? Probably not. You know, it'll probably win a few matches, but you know, it's certainly good. I don't think white's good enough to play, blue's good enough to play. I think we certainly built the right colors. As far as the individual cards, that's up for debate. And I'm sure it will definitely be up for debate, and that's good. I'm trying to take a look back to make sure I didn't miss anything here. But yeah, the plan is definitely, you know, controlling a little bit early with Slice and Twains and Contagion Clasp, etc., and Shatter until I can get to my top end and hopefully win with that. But yeah, so, you know, decent deck build. I guess nothing too controversial here. I'd like to hear from the people that would want to play white here, or if, you know, you think the poison deck is worth playing here. I don't think it is, but, you know, certainly like to hear it if it is. So probably not going to actually record the matches, but I will let you know on KeysMyaths.com how we did. And so have a good night.